Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be making a little trapper scabbard for that turquoise knife right there. I'm going to start off by grooving a stitch line. This is going to keep my stitches recessed underneath the top layer of leather. That way when you're rubbing up on stuff, it's not going to tear up your stitches. They're protected. Now I'm going to make my outside border. This is going to be a double border type of stamping job. Now I'm cutting it with my swivel knife. Once I get that cut, then I'm going to set my dividers to the width I want my border and put one of them down inside that cut line, just like you see, and then use the other one to mark my border. And I cut that inside border as well. And here I am, I'm just beveling around that just to kind of make that border pop out a little bit, makes it look a little more finished. Here's the tool I'm using. It's a Berry King. I'm not sure the exact name on it. I call it a dot tool. As you can see in the center of it, there's that little dot. And I just run it by meeting up these points there in the center. And when you get close to the border, you kind of have to tilt it in so you don't go over top your border with it. And then I'm just going to finish it off with a little half flower tool on the outside. Next step is to bevel that top side of it. That's where your knife's going to slide in and out. And it's just a lot easier to do before getting it all sewn together. I wet that edge, and now I'm just rubbing it with a canvas cloth to kind of smooth it all out, make it slick. Here's my backing. I'm going to put my maker stamp on that once again before I get it stuck together. Once I get that on there, I'm just going to pencil around where my top piece is going to lay on that. And this is just going to help me mark out my line for gluing. Now's also a good time to let you guys know I actually have these scabbards for sale on my website. It's bbrosleather.com, the letter B and BROS leather.com if you want to check those out. After that glue dries, you're going to stick them together. Normally I'd sew them together at this point, but I'm actually going to paint those dots in that border as well. So I'm going to do that first before I go into the machine. You just try really carefully not to get outside those little lines. After I allow that paint to dry, I'm going to come back over it with some olive oil. I'll give that plenty of time to set in, usually a couple hours or so. Now I'm going to come back over it with an antique finish. It's just going to get down in all those little stamp marks and all those tiny cuts and just kind of give everything an antique look. It's just a paste that you rub on there, and once you get it all on there, you start rubbing off the excess with some paper towel, and that'll allow everything to stay down in all those cuts, but it comes off the surface, and you'll see how that's done right now. And it'll look a little bit more subtle as it dries and after I put the finish on it. But right now it does kind of look like a mess. Now it's time to get everything stitched together. I just punch those holes out on those slots on the top and bottom, and then I cut across to them. So I can just cut those slots out real easy. After that, I cut everything off the outside. After I get everything trimmed up, I'm going to run that beveler over everything now. And it just rolls that edge. I go over the top and the back side, along with the belt loops as well. You see a lot of scabbards where those are just punched out and not slicked down or anything. I don't really particularly like that look. I like to make everything look a little bit more finished. I'm going to wet the edges just like I did before. Get that canvas rub cloth and just start rubbing on them. Again, it just seals them up, protects them from water, gives it a nice finished look. And I have a little elk antler that I like to rub on them as well. Just kind of help everything seal up. Here I am getting inside those belt loops, kind of like I was saying earlier. Just gives it a much more finished look. Now I like to open up that scabbard just a little bit, and then I'll take my spray bottle and kind of spray down in there. Spray the back as well. This helps the knife mold to the scabbard. Here we go, just gonna kind of slide it down in there and work the leather around the scabbard itself. I like to move them belt loops back as well, mold them into place. It helps your belt slide through so much easier. And this is what we ended up with. I appreciate you guys for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you'd like, and there's that little bell deal you can hit, and anytime I upload another video, it ought to pop up and let you know that it's been uploaded. Thank you very much.